this is Mackenzie, so tell us a little bit about yourself, Mackenzie.
So I am a marine bio student at University of West Florida. I am originally from Tennessee. I'm a sophomore this year, so I've been down here for about 2 years. I'm loving it every minute. I'm a volunteer here. I've been a volunteer for about a little over 2 years. Or, no, a little over a year and a half. Coming up on 2 years.
Wow, that's awesome. So what made you decide to volunteer here?
Hands-on with my major. Being from Tennessee, I'm landlocked. You don't get very much hands-on. So I really wanted to be able to find a way to be hands-on with being in such a competitive field. I needed something that was going to push me over the edge, and I love it. I love the conservation aspect. I love animals. I love being able to educate. So this is right up my alley as something just fun to do, as also something that would put me above and better me and make me a better candidate to continue this mission for the rest of my career.
That's awesome. So how much longer do you have in school?
I have 2 years, and then I plan on going and get my master's.
Oh, that's wonderful. How exciting. What do you feel the center has done for you in reference to, I know you give a lot of your volunteer time and you give a lot to the center, but I also want to know how the center has benefited you.
It's given me the hands-on that I've never been able to have. Growing up in Tennessee, I didn't have that hands-on experience that a lot of kids down here have. A lot of people from Florida in high school, they have marine bio classes, while in Tennessee we have vet classes. I didn't really get that, but so it's given me the experience that I need, but it's also given me the chance to take what I'm learning in the classroom and apply it here. I've learned certain things about turtles, like parts of turtles, parts of just marine life in general, and I've gotten to come here and apply it and teach those things to like kids and families and just anybody who comes in. So it's given me kind of a better understanding of my own major as well.
Okay. Where did you start off first when you volunteered here?
I started in the gift shop. When I came in and filled out an application, they needed somebody in the gift shop at that time, so I trained in there, and I've just kind of worked my way up. Now I'm in animal care. I'm on the animal care team.
So what does animal care mean?
So that means that all of the animals in the center, I am responsible for taking care of when I am here. So that means I get to feed and monitor Sweet Pea, and as well as doing enrichment with her. I also get to feed everything else from pumpkin to the jellyfish. I got to feed a seahorse. Like, how cool is that?
Could we see you feed some of the babies today?
Yeah, I should be able to, yeah.
Okay, great. So, everybody, we're going to go see who we're going to feed and get introduced to the animals that she just talked about. So, hello, Michelle. Hello, little sister. Thank you for saying hi over here. Hold on. And we are...
So we can actually take this out to Safari quick. And we can go see Safari outside.
Okay. So that looks a little scrumptious, don't you think? That'd be a nice salad for me.
I always say he eats better than I do at school.
So what is in here for him?
He gets a variety of greens. So we've got some collard greens, some kale, a little bit of lettuce, and then he kind of gets a fruit salad. So apples, berries, grapes, we've got some strawberries, some blueberries, tomato, and then he gets some zucchini and some squash as well.
Okay, and then what's that little...
This is kind of a mush. It's some protein for him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like candy yams, things like that are kind of pureed with the protein powder in it just to give him a little extra protein in his diet that'll help him grow.
Okay. So we're going to go meet Safari. Isn't that cool? I have no idea who Safari is, so we'll be a surprise for you too. So I know New York is 63 degrees. Well, actually very cold, but here we're at 63, even though it's chilly to us. I know it's not chilly to everybody up north, but it is a little chilly here. So we are going to meet Safari. So hold on a second, and I'll show you Mackenzie. So this enclosure is for Safari?
Yes, this is his daytime enclosure. At night, we just have to bring him in. He's just got a smaller one just for the night. We bring him in to make sure no one bothers him.
Oops. Sorry about that, people.
fine. We're having a little technical difficulty with the lock this morning.
Yeah, that's okay. I think we just lost the live feed. Did we lose you guys? I can't tell what's going on.
Hey, big man.
Sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. Yep. That's what happens when it's live. Okay, so here's Mackenzie.
So this is Safari. I'm going to lay this down in the shade for him.
Oh my goodness.
And so this is Safari. He is our African spur tortoise. And he...
Can we take him over there?
Yeah, I can move him. And he actually came to us. Come here, big man. I'll make this easy on you. He actually came to us over the summer. They actually found him walking across the highway here in Pensacola. And the Wildlife Refuge of Northwest Florida actually ended up taking him in for a little while, but they actually take in only natives. And so they put it out that, checking to see if someone had lost a tortoise somehow. No one ever claimed him, so we actually ended up getting him. And so he is another one of our forever animals.
So what constitutes a forever animal?
So for us, he is not, he can't be released because he's non-native. So he's actually from Africa. So he can't be just like released here. And so at this point too, he couldn't just be taken somewhere else and be released. So with that being said, he needed a home because someone didn't want him in there. Something had happened at some point.
Right.
And so we actually gave him a home. And so since he's non-releasable, he'll be with us.
So how old do you think he is?
We actually don't know. We've heard a few different things. We've heard 3 years old. We've heard 11 years old. It's really hard to tell with these guys, especially if you didn't get them when they were little. At times you can't really, like a tree, you can count the rings. You can't really do that on his shell or anything.
Right.
So unfortunately we can't really get an age.
So why were you watering him?
So he actually can get dehydrated. Even though he's from the desert, they don't drink water, but they still get water from their food, from us misting him. He kind of absorbs it through his skin, and it just kind of feels good on his shell too.
Does he have feelings on his shell?
He does.
Does he feel? It's not like a rock or...
No, so like he can actually feel you kind of like scratching and rubbing on him. It's kind of like if you rub on your fingernail and touch on your fingernail, how you feel stuff underneath. There's nerves under there. That's kind of how he is. Oh, he's gonna show off. He likes the sun right now. He's loving the weather.
On the move. He's like, hello, sun. I agree. I like the sun too. Sorry, again, I'm trying to move. We're telling your followers that you started a video. Yay! We started a video. Yes, we did. I promise. This will get better. So we're following Safari, and he is He's
an African spur tortoise.
He's an African spur tortoise. Okay. Does everybody see him? Oh, look how handsome he is. Let's say hi, Instagram. Say hello, Instagram. We love you, Instagram. Okay.
Say hi, big man.
So, how much of the food will he eat?
It kind of just depends on his mood. Yesterday he ate it all. Some days he's picky and just kind of picks out what he likes or what he feels in the mood for. He knows he hasn't made here and he's allowed to do that. So he takes advantage of it.
That is awesome. Does anybody have any questions for Mackenzie? I don't know. Let's see. Can I see your questions? I don't think I can. Can I? Let's see. Yes, I am Instagram live illiterate, people. But that's okay. We'll learn as we go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to let Safari eat. Everybody say goodbye to Safari. Say bye. We love you. Bye, Safari. Okay, so maybe Mackenzie will show us a couple more animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see who else is living here in the Conservation Center. I hope everybody's liking what you're seeing. Again, this is live. Live's always fun. You just never know what you're going to get. Oh, what's the toys over here? What's that all about?
So if you come to spring break or summer break in the area, it's filled with toys that people have found on the beach. The goal of this is to keep some of these toys off of our beaches. So a lot of times when we do our trash bashes, we find a lot of beach toys because a lot of people will buy them for the weekend and then leave them. They don't need them anymore. They don't want to take them home again. You know, you pack light, those kinds of a thing. So they just leave them. So the point of this was to build it so if you did buy stuff, you could bring it and leave it here for others to use. But if you didn't want to buy anything, then you can come here, use it for the day, use it for the weekend, bring it back, and someone else will be able to use it.
Oh, great. Do people donate?
They do. They donate quite a bit. Anybody who is in the area, anybody who finds anything from our trash bashes that is in good shape, it comes here.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that. And then there's the borrow bin. It's called the Borrow Bin Marine Debris Reduction Initiative. So that's pretty cool.
And we're actually working on spreading it to kind of Pensacola Beach and other areas in locally here as well.
Okay. We're going to go back into the center.
Day in the life of.
Yeah, I know.
What else do you need? What else needs to be done? I'm just doing what you guys put on the thing, so I don't know which one you want to use.
Okay, so who are we feeding
So
now?
we're actually going to go feed our seahorses now. Give me a minute. I got to set up the. I'm not too sure yet. I still need the steps still to get in. So if you give me just a minute.
Sure. I work for Audubon during the summer and during nesting season. So these are examples of the snowy plovers and what a nesting season perimeter looks like. So from March through October, we do surveys here in the Northwest Panhandle from Navarre Beach, which is up against the Eglin perimeter, all the way to Pensacola Beach Pier. So that's our district there. And obviously there's more in the Florida area that also conducts the same research. So if you want to volunteer here in Florida, just go ahead and contact your local Audubon chapter or the conservation centers in your area. Okay, so we're going to see Mackenzie feed the seahorses, and then we're going to let Mackenzie go for the day.
All right, so these are our seahorses. And actually, you can kind of see in the pipette, it's just a bunch of little shrimp.
So, hold on. Okay, can you guys see? So what are these?
They are mysis shrimp.
Mysis shrimp.
So just little shrimp kind of, you find them floating around out there.
So how often do you feed the seahorses?
These little guys actually get fed 3 times a day.
3 times a day?
So they get fed in the morning, midday, so between 12 and 1, and then right before we close about 4. They have a really high metabolism, and so they have to eat quite often.
So even though they're kind of like being little lazy little boogers just sitting around, but they do use up a lot of, oh look, you're hungry. So tell us about seahorses.
So these guys are actually found more in the brackish water than